a little slice of paradise. Clarence T.C. Ching Athletics Complex in Honolulu. What a way to finish your season in paradise and perhaps with a victory in the Hawaii Bowl. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame, this is a fun matchup here today for conference bragging rights. The SEC versus the ACC. These are two teams and two conferences that are always trying to get chippy, talk about who is the more dominant league. They'll have a chance to prove it here on the field today. Both coaches say they want to dominate at the line of scrimmage and show just who is the more physical league. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Handoff, Robinson running left. Maybe a crease. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the middle. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Third down play from the gun. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that's just a catch you got to make, right? It's third down. You've got an opportunity to make a play in the middle of the field. Butterflies.
They punted away on fourth down. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Throwing, Mensah. Pocket breaking down. Complete in the middle. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Well, you can't throw it much better than that. You've got an in-breaking route coming from the right-hand side, and there wasn't a big window to squeeze that football into, but really nice job on the timing. He threw it at the perfect moment. puts it only where his guy can make the catch, and they get a big first down.
Looking for space, it's Fletcher. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He might want another play. Caught, and he's got room. Touchdown, Hurricane! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Hand off, Robinson running left. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still... This is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Paula, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go. And this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He tries to take the top off. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to take off. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. And into the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pocket, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Miami.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back, because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Harris. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
it out. It's Lyle. That is a decision. Exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Hit the sweet spot on that one, and that'll kick you out of trouble. Catches it at the 15. Slips through the line. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Give running right, it's Robinson. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Mateer. Caught. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down.
Oh, my God.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Here's a give to Robinson. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Mateer. A little screen to the running back. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now a timeout call by the Sooners as their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Motion from the wideout. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Into the end zone for 6.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He wants to go deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Bruh.
One of those mistakes that can't happen. It's a
Madden,
kickoff
I mean,
goes out
not
of
bad.
bounds.
So
The
you just say
officials offer
that.
the deal, and
This
if Colts
shit,
accept
boy.
it, they will take the penalty.
Come on. Put this nigga at the fucking 41, fucking 10 seconds.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Going for the big play. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Coming out with it, it's Lyle. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, he's just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
Here's Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man. It's Lofton. Smacks him with the stiff arm. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Running inside, it's Fletcher. There's some room. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on.
Oh my God, bro.
Glad to have you with us from Thomas Robinson Stadium. A couple of teams hoping to head into the offseason feeling the momentum of a victory in the Xbox Bowl. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Miami Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Coach Venables told me before the game, Coach is using a great motivational tactic in the locker room with his team. He told me this is the best game outside of the playoffs in this postseason. I'm challenging our guys to put on a show for our fans. They want to make sure people know we will be in the playoff next year, and that motivation all starts here today with a terrific top 25 matchup. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wild. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Quarterback may change this route. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Tight end now in motion. Mensah unloads to the wideout, and they can't make the connection.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Right down the middle.
Oh my God.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wild. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Throwing, Mensah. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running.
Caught. They will score. Touchdown Sooners. On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get...
He's going to let it go. Goes high to pull it in. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop him. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Got a man. It's Lofton. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. On the ground with the counter. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Here's Mensa to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. They'll run play action. Fires toward the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. It's Mateer. Takes the easy one to the back. Hard running there. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking down the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Handoff to Xavier. Could be an alley. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down.
And this offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's got him. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go, ready. 30, ready, go.
The play action fake. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Here's Xavier Robinson. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Push forward on the sneak. And they go to the quarterback sneak on 2nd down, and they might have to reach a little deeper in the playbook. Stuffed again. On 3rd down, here's Robinson. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. out. It's Lyle. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Trying play action. He uncorks one deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Here's a give to Robinson. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Mensah. Flips it out on the screen. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that point for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great...
Got a little grass. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Looking for a big play. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Looking for space. It's Fletcher. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
They're working that left side. Got enough space. Touchdown, Canes! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And they tacked on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17.
Here we go. Ready. 180. 180 go.
They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Under fire.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets it away and hammers it. You want to talk about flipping the field. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, Mensah. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. He's looking to pass. Throws to the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Turning it on. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Found a little bit of running room, not down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Under fire. At the 35, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Handoff to Xavier. Finding some room. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Xavier again. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Sooners are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Ooh, I don't know, guys. Did he hear footsteps? Running over the middle of the field where all those defenders are lurking. I think that might have got in his head, and that might have been a reason why he dropped it.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a give to Robinson.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Mateer. Finds his tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
handoff to Xavier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Going to try to get it himself. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw.
Might have a chance. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Inside the 40. Past the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Miami. The defense putting points on the board.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games, but when you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Shakes off the defender. At the 40, there he goes. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Robinson again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Looking to throw. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Running it to the right. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
To the air. It's Mateer. On the move to his left. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The field goal is no good. Still up by 8 after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The run inside. It's Fletcher. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Mensah to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful of the clock.
Fights off a defender. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Got a man in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Jimmy.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricane. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, they get the touchdown here, and I think if you're the head coach, you got to go for two. You got to have a two-point play dialed up right now. What can you run? You feel like you can execute.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Inside the 50. The 30. The 20. 10. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Fumble into the end zone. Defense right there to jump on it, and they'll bring it out to the 20 after the touchback. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes and catch. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line, just need to get 1 first down. And Palmer, they could run it, they could play it safe, but they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand. They go out, they get the execution needed to win this game.
The Sooners will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that one got away from the quarterback. They've got the lead, but it's not by much. You just can't make mental mistakes like that. The football never should have gone to that intended target. The defense makes them pay. Could they now take the lead here in the fourth?
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Mensah. Moving out to the right. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, this defense is going to need a few plays now to get some of this momentum back. Remember, they had a massive lead earlier in the game, but that's dwindled now. And you wonder if they were just sleepwalking a little bit. They've got to step up now and play with some urgency.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Stepping to the right. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Throwing, Mensah. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
This defense right now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced to just one possession, so they've got to make some big plays here on pass defense. They've got to be able to cover.
Wide open downfield. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
Come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Dumps it to the back. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it.
What?
You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really happen? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistent.
It has been quite a season. Thanks for going on the ride with us on EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. We'll see you next season. This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. Bowl season rolls on with the Boca Raton Bowl. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and we are keeping a close eye on the weather, along with help from Holly Rowe.
I can tell you on the field, we could not ask for better conditions this late in the season. It is a gorgeous day for college football here in this bowl game. I'm expecting both offenses to open it up and air it out. Perfect conditions. The field is in great shape. I'll keep you posted on just how things develop here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On the ground, it's Owens. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Bringing the heat. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Out of the gun, looking to throw.
Oh, my God.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The 50, the 40, at the 30. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggie.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Coming out with it, it's Preston. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. motion from the back. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Complete. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag run.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the counter. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, going to the air. Turns it on in midfield. Running through contact. Makes a grab and room to run. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge 1st down.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Maybe some room here. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Indiana! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Running inside, it's Owens. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the 1st quarter. As we move into the 2nd, let's hope the rest of the game lives up to the early start. period will be a second down. They'll keep it on the ground, fighting off the defender. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Now on first down from the 28. Here's Reed to throw. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. He's got...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking for a man, it's Reed. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. With the catch, it's Riley. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy throw to keep this drive alive. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Horton. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. From out of his own end zone. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The run inside. It's Richard. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Hoover. Throws for the tight end.
Oh, my God.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Touchdown, Aggie. A pick 6.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Fielded in the end zone, it's Preston. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offensive?
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out.
That's crazy.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Got it in the middle, it's Becker. And he's wrestled to the ground.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Could not make his way to the corner. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing Reed. Grabbed in the middle. It's Owens. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab, it's Thomas. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Reed. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Reed. Here's a Heat. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Not fumbling.
Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll throw it from the red zone. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Yeah, you tried to click on. Try to click on. Try to click on. Let's go, baby.
Touchdown, Hoosiers. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And that is such a critical mistake for this offense, man. Such an opportunity to add to the lead, put more points on the board, keep the momentum. But sometimes you just get a little bit too aggressive. And Palmer, they pay for it in a big way.
And that's one where the defense gave up some yards early in the drive, and you're wondering, is the opponent going to score here at the end of the first half? But they're just waiting for one mistake, and they take advantage of the opportunity, jumping that pass in the air, picking it off, taking it all the way to the house, and now taking the lead.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Preston. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. We are locked up to start the second half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. Two very evenly matched teams with a lot of playmakers. We knew this thing could go either way. So for this offense right here, this drive, to start off the second half, David, they need to put something together, really put pressure on the opponent.
And the thing I like about bowl games, man, is they're exciting. You go for it more on fourth down, less to lose, not as uptight. So I look for this second half to be fun, to be wild, to be loose.
Back to throw, it's Hoover.
Ooh, pick.
Fires to the wideout.
No, that's not.
The short hands, it's
Bad
Becker.
defense.
Finally corralled.
Runner was trailing that shit the whole time.
First down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They'll go right back to him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Hoosiers have this offense rolling. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Now, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
That's caught. It's shot. Makes the grab in their space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Escapes the pressure going right. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
They'll try the outside of the left. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it and bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackle brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Reed.
Oh!
He should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion.
Oh my God.
There's a little room there. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move
Love
the
that
sticks to the
fucking
first
take,
down.
man.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Reed. Good timing on the quick out. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Here's Reed to throw. That's caught. It's Morrow. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Gonna do the same formation one more time.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43.
Direct snap.
Play fake, Reed. Oh,
Bitch.
they're after him.
Yes,
Got
sir.
him for the sack. This
Yes,
defense
sir.
turning up the intensity.
Yes, sir.
One of the things I hated
better
as a
punt it.
quarterback was the
You better
blitzes
punt
from
it.
the inside linebackers, because
Better-
those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down.
Wow, why I can't pick my player? What the fuck?
4th down, Reed. Unloads to
Oh,
the wide
bitch.
out.
I was
And
fucking
that
with you.
is
I was
interception
lying.
number
I was
3 on the
lying.
day.
I
He'll
was
try to take it
lying.
back.
I was
At the
lying.
20.
I was lying.
Touchdown, Indiana. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Play action with Reed. Makes the catch. It's Owens. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Reed to throw for it on fourth. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. There's a crease. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere. Not down.
There's the fucking edge up.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another day.
Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Reed to the air again. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab.
Bro, I'm right fucking there. How is he fucking still doing
They
that?
finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Throwing Reed. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
That's a miss as an OC. He's coming to the sidelines on it. Listen, that's not a great throw. We got to take something off of him. But we also can't miss inside. So it's a tough dynamic when you're throwing that out route. But either way, quarterback, wide receiver, they have to do a better job being on the same page.
He's taking the shot. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. And the Hoosiers in the hurry up.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Big 3rd down for this defense. listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side.
Maybe a crease. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Oh, he wants it all.
Oh, thank you.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Right on the money. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Got to work hard for that, buddy.
The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Actually, no.
The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pulls it in. It's Martin. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. On the run, it's Martin. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Caught over the middle. It's Morris. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks. And would you
wait just a minute, guys? The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And down he goes. A sack on fourth down, and the defense gets the football back.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Unloads it downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Reed.
Good fucking swat down.
Knocks it away, incomplete.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down, you've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Reed. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Reed. Throws to the wideout. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys?
Man, he almost throws another one. And I tell you what, it's just been one of those days. Sometimes it's not your day, and just turning the ball over like they're a nonprofit, man, just giving it away. This offense has been reckless. It's been careless. They've got to do it.
And here's the
Follow that route.
Interception.
Follow that route, baby. Follow that route, baby. And that's how you do it. You do it. You do it.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! The defense takes matters into its own hands. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up.
Oh, they're faking it. The holder's going to try to throw it. And it works. He's not going to make it. They
this
stop
nigga
him
got
at the
fucking
one,
bailed
and the
out.
two-pointer is no good. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Here's Reed to throw. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Reed. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
He's taking a deep shot. And the pass is dropped.
This ain't Madden, boy.
And that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0 and the ball game is over. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in